Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, and I'm somewhere between Doss, Texas, and Harper, Texas, out for a little drive, just for the hell of it. And I was thinking about sticks and bricks versus mobile lifestyles, and that's a choice that a lot of people have made recently. I made mine many years ago, but it's what you want. I'm just out here driving, guys, and I'm trying to think of something to talk about just to make the time pass. You probably hear a little clicking in the video every now and then because the Audi phone holder makes a little clicking noise, and I've tried to stop it, but I just have to get another one, and I'm waiting until I get my Class C RV. But I'm headed to Harper, Texas. They have a little barbecue place there, and I've been on. This is just a good little drive from the Llano, Texas RV Park, the back way through Castell, then over to Doss, Texas, over to Harper, and then back up to Doss, and then cut across on, I think it's like 29, 22, and it comes up the back way into Llano again. So, but anyway, it's about a 2-hour, 3-hour drive, depending on how fast I drive. But I'm gonna have me a little picnic. But yeah, it's a neat thing, and I was kind of checking this out, thinking, well, when I got my Class C, if I wanted to take a drive, I could. I'll turn this over this way a little bit. No sense just looking at the highway. And so it's just something to do. I thought, well, I could. I could come over here and take just a day trip, and I may do some day trips when I get the Class C. There's really there's no places over. I wish Texas had more public land, but they don't, because Texas was a republic when it joined the union, so to speak, and so there's just not a lot of public land, hardly any, as a matter of fact. But when you get into New Mexico, Nevada, and all those states, Arizona, and so forth, they were taken over by the feds, so to speak. So it's a different way of distributing the property, whatever the hell that means. I have no clue. But on the road again, I'm averaging 25.5 miles a gallon, and if I had my Class C, I'd be averaging about 10 if I was lucky. So, if I just had that one vehicle, the additional cost per month, I've already done my little budget. I used to be a CPA for years. But yeah, the net increase in cash flow, if I just had one vehicle, allowing for the extra gasoline expense, a little bit on the insurance, about $10 a month more on the auto insurance, and then maintenance, I threw in a little factor. So yeah, it's just pennies, so I'm not really worried about that. But it is a beautiful drive through the hill country here, and these back roads, like this road here, I think this is Highway 763, hardly any traffic. I think I've been passed by 2 cars in 50 miles, okay? And I've probably seen maybe 10 on the whole trip. And so, and I've seen, of course, got to see some deer cross the road and stuff. And some of this road is what they call open range. In other words, there's no fences on each side of the road. There's cattle guards on the highway to keep the cattle from leaving the property owner's property. But in between cattle guards on the pavement, there's no fence. There's fence here, but back behind me a few miles, there's several miles of ranch that the cattle just roam free. And so you kind of have to be aware of that, because they get used to just walking across that highway, and they'll walk right in front of you. What's that got to do with sticks and bricks versus mobile lifestyle? Well, you can see how that ties in. You can see how that fits pretty nicely, actually. But I've got my new Texas map. I can't use Google out here because there is none Verizon signal, and I made myself a mental note, which I'll probably forget. But since I've got 2 phones, I'm going to set up the Pixel 4a on track phone with a minimum plan, about $100 a year plan, just a few minutes and a little data. That way I'll have the AT&T towers as a backup, which may come in handy. And another thing for you mobile lifestylers like I am, having a good roadside assistance program is nice. I have Geico now. It covers the truck, and since I'm towing an RV, or was, the casita, since it's a travel trailer attached to the vehicle, they'll cover that with the roadside assistance. Now on a motorhome, they don't. Roadside assistance with Geico does not cover motorhomes. It doesn't. And I hope the video's pointed at something interesting. But I'm looking at getting Good Sam. According to what I've read, Good Sam has the best roadside assistance program, bar none. So we'll see about that. What I'm going to do is they have a premium Maxo plan, $120 a year, that will even bring your body back to your home base if you die on the road. Is that pretty neat? And they have other things. They pay for rooms and stuff if you have your RV repaired, but it's $120 a year as opposed to about $20 a year with what I've got now. It's like insurance, like life insurance. They use actuarial tables and they know their numbers, and they're making a lot of money at that level, so they're happy and I'm happy. I can afford it, $10 a month. Is it worth it? Sure. Yeah, you have a blowout on an inside tire on a motorhome with no spare. What are you going to do? Sit there if you can't get anybody on the phone. So that's why I'm going to get me a backup service, like track phone with AT&T, and that'll give me all the AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile towers, and then using Visible, I've got Verizon towers. And that's about as good a coverage as you're going to get. So what does that have to do with the price of turnips in Africa? Not much, guys, not much. But on the road again, I do like these little drives. It's just so nice to get out here in the middle of nowhere and just see the wildlife occasionally. And got oak trees here. You got a few mesquite. Well, you got probably equal mesquite, little cedar, not much. Yeah, it's in big ranches. Some of these ranches cover thousands of acres, been in the same families for 100 years, and ain't going to change. That's the way it is. They can make money now. They don't have to have a lot of cattle. Most of them don't have any. They make their money off hunting, and they charge $15,000, $20,000 a year for a lease. And well, I take that back. They'll charge by the gun and have a camp house with a cook and different stuff, and charge you $2,500 a person for a week. And they do that for, I don't know, there's like, let's see, November, December, there's probably 10 weeks of hunting season. Yeah, that'll make it. You get 5 people a week for 10 weeks. Hello. Yeah, that'll make a paycheck. But on and on we go. There is Lewis McGinley Road. I know you wanted to know where that place was. And there's a tower up there ahead, but it ain't a Verizon tower. I know that because I haven't had a signal in 40 miles. Does that bother me? Not one bit. But I'm aware of it, trust me on that. On the way to Harper, Texas to get what I want to get, they make some really good sausage links, okay? And what I get when I go there, I get 1 link of sausage, 3 slices of bread, white bread, that's all they have usually, and a good chunk of onion, and some of their sauce, and I wrap that sausage up in that bread real good and kind of mash it, you know what I mean? And I've got me some chips I brought with me. I'm prepared. I actually brought me picnic lunch, but I got to think about that sausage, and it sounded a whole lot better. And I've also got me 1 baked potato that I brought with me, that I baked in my Instant Pot. So I've got me a picnic lunch. I'm just hoping the barbecue place is open in Harper, Texas. We should have about, I don't know, 10 more minutes to get there, and I'll let the video go. Why? Because I'm just out driving, and if it relaxes me, it's got to relax other people. You know what I mean? Just cruising along down an old back road, country road in Texas. You ain't seen a car, have you? No. You don't hear sirens and crap. You don't see people wearing masks running up and down the highway. No, man, it's free as a bird here. There's a van there on the left, looks like a camper van. Looks like he's got it for sale. You guys want to buy a van? That's Tres Molinos, something. It's a camp of some kind. Tres Molinos. Let's see. Tres is three Molinos, I guess. But it's some kind of campground, looked like. Pretty place, though, man. Yeah, it'll be in the low 50s in the morning here and mid 80s for the highs. This is perfect weather for me, man. That's my range right in there. And I've been keeping my eyes up. I was thinking to myself, you know, if I could find me a good old acre of land over here with a chance to get power and stuff, would I? Hell, probably. You never know. I can't stop being me. You know, that's the way life is. You know, other people can give me all kind of guidance, but I'm gonna still be me. That's the way it is. Kind of like herding marbles down a highway. But we'll let this go a while. Well, you talk about Trump territory. I haven't seen any other signs. I know this is not political. I'm just making a statement. Don't get carried away, all you guys. Just a little observation. Of course, Texas, you know, Trump ain't got no problem with Texas at all. Having said that, moving along. I feel like when I'm watching politics, sometimes it's almost like a movie that's being directed out of Hollywood. You know, well, we'll do this and we'll do that. You know, kind of make it exciting. There's an RV park. Well, no, that's not either. That's a hunting campground. There's all kind of RVs parked there. Because, yeah, 3 weeks or so, deer season opens up here in the hill country. We should be getting close to Harper, I think. Yeah, there's 10 RVs. Yeah, that's probably a camp deal. These guys buy their RVs and park them there and then come up here and go hunting. And then the rancher, to keep them coming back, he feeds the deer all year long with corn at feeders in different places. And then he takes the hunters out about 100 yards from those feeders, and the deer come to feed like they've fed for the whole year, and the hunter shoots them, and Macho Man, I did it. I'm the great white hunter. We used to go hunting when I was a kid. My dad and I and my brother would go for 2 weeks at a time in December in McMullen County, Texas, which is deer country. But we walked. You know, we slept in a tent, a big army tent with cots, and it had a center, a little fireplace to keep you warm, and they did the cooking on it and stuff. And somebody would kill the camp meat and, you know, butcher up a doe or something. But we ate good, and but we walked. There was no feeders, no nothing, and Daddy showed us how to hunt. So, you know, you got to get the wind right, you know, watch for trails, you know, deer trails. You know, you can see, you know, where they've come and gone for a long period of time. It'll be a trail about, maybe 6 or 8 inches wide. And, yeah, you just kind of hang out around that trail, get the wind right. And next thing you know, here come the deer, and you got something to eat. And we ate it too. We raised hogs, Duroc hogs. They're the red ones, the red-haired looking things. And we had a lot of them. Good God Almighty, we had hogs. Jesus Christ, we had hogs. Probably had 200 of them. My God, what a job. But be that as it may, whenever we went deer hunting, came back with some deer, we would mix the venison with pork to give the sausage a little fat, you know what I mean? Because venison by itself is really dry, as in no fat. So we'd add about 50% pork. Of course, the pork we raised ourselves is pretty lean already. And yeah, that was the way it went, man. Yeah, we pretty much ate natural foods our whole young lives. We had a garden. You know, we raised our own corn. Mother made stuff. We had a cow we milked. We had a churn, butter thing. And yeah, man. Butchered hogs and used the old fat for grease. You know, you cook it in a big pot and make cracklings and then save that grease. Yeah, it was an interesting way of life. I enjoyed it. What's that got to do with sticks and bricks and being mobile? Everything. That's why I'm mobile, because I don't have sticks and bricks. Would I want a home again if I won the lottery and won $100 million? Would I buy a home? I don't know. I don't know. Would I buy a bigger motorhome? I doubt it. I don't know, man. I don't think, well, see, the reason I say that, I don't think you can buy happiness. I mean, I think it can get you close by getting you comfortable with your lifestyle. In other words, if you want to go see do, you can go see do, and having that freedom of mind would be pleasant, But as far as actually doing things, I don't know. Hard to say, man. It's like Johnny Carson asked H. Ross Perot, multi-millionaire back when, ran for president. He asked him on his show one night, he says, does having all those millions of dollars make you happy? And Ross Perot said, well, I don't know, but at least if I'm unhappy, I'm damn comfortable. So we're coming into Harper now. We'll let this go. I don't care how long it's been. Harper, Texas. That's a high school, or the school. I think that's the everything school there. And we're going to go downtown Harper. Downtown. Da 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 da. I got to go right, I think, to the barbecue place. That is, I'm not sure. They got a Family Dollar here. I'm going to get, for you guys that go buy bottled water when you're traveling, do yourself a favor and save yourself some money. Go to a little Dollar General and just buy you a gallon of filtered water, or go in a little Stop and Shop somewhere and get you some filtered water. Why? Because you get more water and it's cheaper and it's the same stuff. Might even be better. Here's the barbecue place if it's open. Right here. It looks like it might be. Yeah, I think this is it right here. Let me put it. That's a Mexican restaurant. I don't want Mexican food. I want barbecue. Ain't you got no couth? Ain't you got no manure? Gasoline is $2.05 a gallon here. Well, I'm going to pull over to get out of this highway and go ask this old boy if that barbecue place is still open. He's got all his pumps closed anyway. He might be out of business. Do not park at pumps. It says closed. Well, I'm going to park here while I end this video. I don't care if it hair lips the Pope. So having said that, guys, from here in Harper, Texas, trying to find a barbecue place, this is Rusty78609 saying thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you a penny. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, and enjoy your life. Keep your health. Adios, guys. Bye-bye.